Hi friends, it's me, Miss Chacon. We're back. Today is Friday. I hope you all had a great week. We're looking forward to a great weekend too. So let's get started on our math today. Today we're still looking at measurement, so we're still looking at how long something is. And we're going to be looking at non-standard units of length. So usually we have something like this. I will show you. Give me 1 second. So usually we have something like this. So here's a girl and she's using a ruler to measure how long something is. So she's measuring these lines right here to measure how long they are. And that's usually in inches or centimeters. Today we're going to be doing something different. We're going to be drawing blocks and using that to measure how long something is. So usually what we would use is a ruler, but this time we're using blocks to see how long something is. So let's try it out, okay? So we're going to make some blocks, and if you have some Legos at home, you are free to use those Legos to help you measure too, okay? So I'm going to draw some blocks right now. So here's one, and we're going to make sure that they're somewhat the same so that we know how long it is. So here's one block, 2 blocks, and about 3 blocks right here. So even though this is a little longer, let's see. So this is about 4 blocks. So this marker is about 4 blocks long. Now do you see that? We're not looking at inches, we're not looking at centimeters. We're measuring using the blocks that we've made. So we're saying that this marker is 4 blocks long. But let's try this marker cap now. Let's see. So we're going to start at the end and we're going to go 1, 2. So this cap is only about 2 blocks long. What about this glue bottle? Let's see. 1, count with me, my friends. 2, 3, 4. So this is about 4 blocks too, because we were able to draw 4 blocks at the top. And even though this is a little bit longer right here than this block, we can't fit another block. Because look, if I try drawing another block, it goes past everything else. So it's only 4 blocks long. And see how it says about here? So it's about 4. This is about 4. This is about 2 blocks. That's because when we're using non-standard units like blocks, when we use things like blocks, it's not exact. We're just guessing. We're not really saying, oh, this is the answer. We're kind of guessing to see what is the answer. So that's why it says about 4. It's not exactly 4, it's about 4. Okay? Now let's look at this paintbrush. So we have 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 4 blocks, 5 blocks. So it's about 6 blocks. So we're going to write about 6. It's not exactly 6 because if you can see these blocks go over the paintbrush a little bit, but it's about 6, okay? Now let's measure this eraser with 1 block, 2 block. Even though this blue is a little bit longer, this eraser is a little bit longer than the blocks, I can't draw another one because it'll go over it. So we're going to say this is about 2 blocks. And let's try this pencil now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I could do 6, but when I do 6, it's going to go over the pencil. So we're going to say about 5. So overall, this marker is about 4 blocks. This marker cap is about 2 blocks. This paint jar is about 4 blocks. The paintbrush is 6 blocks. The eraser is 2 blocks, and the pencil is 5 blocks. Now you may say, Miss Chacon, why are we using blocks to measure? Why aren't we using a ruler? Well, when we use blocks to measure, it kind of tells us about the size of things. So we're not using a ruler because we're trying to just figure out the size of objects. So because this is about 6 and this is about 4, we see that because we see that the paintbrush is longer. So even though we're not getting exact measurements, we're seeing with these blocks what's longer and what's shorter. We see that the marker cap is the same size as the eraser. So this is how we tell what's longer and what's shorter. And my drawings aren't the best, so it's not always the blocks aren't all gonna be the same size, but I'm gonna try my best, okay, friends? All right, let's go to the next page. You can measure to find the length of an object. Each cube of paperclip is 1 unit. So, if we're using these blocks, we can see, so from here to here, we're going to draw blocks. It's going to be 1, 2, 3 blocks. And if you see here that this horse is 3 blocks long, or 3 units long. Now we're going to see this sheep, and it's going to be 1 block, 2 block. And that's 2 blocks worth, or 2 units. So this horse is about 3 units, and this sheep is about 2 units. Let's try this pencil. Now with the pencil, we're going to measure from this end to this end, okay? So let's try it out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. See, not all my blocks are the same size, but 5, 6, 7. Now, if I do 8, it won't make it to here. So we're going to say about 7. Because if I do another one, it'll be longer than our thing. And we can't go past the edges here. So we're going to say about 7, okay? Now we're going to do this tiny, tiny pencil. So let's see, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's going to be, this tiny pencil is about 4 blocks or 4 units, and this big pencil is about 7 units. Let's try this long pencil right here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we'll go to 9 right here. So it's about 9 units. So if you see, we're using blocks to measure. And if you have blocks at home and you want to use them to measure this, you totally can. But just remember that every block is a different size. So if your measurement is a little bit different, that's okay. Don't think you're wrong. It's just that every block can be a different size. So if you see that, if you use your blocks on this little pencil and you say, this is not 4 blocks, this is 2 blocks, that's okay because that's what you're using to measure it. I'm using my drawings to measure it, but you can use your own blocks to measure it too. Okay. Now we're going to do talk math. How can you tell which pencil on the page is the longest? Well, I can look at these and I can see, well, this one has the most blocks, so I know that this pencil is the longest. Now we're going to do on my own. So what you're going to do is you can draw the blocks, or you can use your own Lego blocks and try to measure how long each of these objects are, okay? Alright, so pause this video and we will come back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause this video. Alright, we're back. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be measuring this paintbrush. So let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this paintbrush is about 6 blocks or 6 units. If you got a different answer, that's okay because maybe your drawing was a little bit different than mine, or maybe your Lego size was a little bit different than mine. The stuff that we're using at home is going to be different from the stuff I'm using at home. If we were in class, we would all have the same size blocks and we would all get the same answers. But right now that we're at home, we all have different things at home. So if your answer is not the same as mine, please don't worry about it, my friends. As long as you're drawing or you're using your Legos from this line to this line and you're using them right, you're absolutely okay, all right? So now let's measure this pencil. So we're going to draw 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 4 blocks, 5 blocks, 6 blocks, 7 blocks, 8 blocks. So this one is about 8 blocks long, and we know that this shows that the pencil is longer than the paintbrush. Now let's try this one. Crayon is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one's about 4 blocks long. And obviously my drawings are a little bit smaller and they go a little bit different, but we're trying our best here, friends. So this one's about 4 blocks long. Now let's try this bookmark here. All right, so we're going to write 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 4 blocks, 5 blocks, and 6 blocks. So it's saying that because this is about 6 blocks, and this is about 6 blocks, we can say that this bookmark and this paintbrush are about the same length. And they are. They're about the same length because you can see that they line up. Okay. Now we're going to write the name of an object that is about 4 cubes long. Well, this one is about 4 cubes long, so we're going to say crayon. Now remember, if you got a different answer, if you used big Legos and you said, oh, well, the pencil's 4, that is okay. All right, friends? This one is very, we don't have a ruler, we don't have the same size Legos, so you may get slightly different answers, but that's why we say about, because about is kind of covering us because it's saying, well, we're guessing a little bit. Our drawings may be a little bit different. That's why we say it's about 4. We don't say it's 4, we say it's about 4. Okay? All right, last page. About how many cubes long is this pencil? Circle the correct answer. 2 cubes, 5 cubes, or 10 cubes. Let's see. Oh, let me make mine. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I can draw 6 here. But which one is it closest to? So here's 6. We're saying it's 6, right? So it's 6. But the only answers are 2 cubes, 5 cubes, or 10 cubes. So this is why we use about. So we're saying, is it about 2, about 5, or about 10? So what we're going to do is we're going to guess the closest answer. Because remember, cubes are all different sizes, so we can't really know for sure. But we know it's not 2 because 2 is a lot smaller than 6. So we're going to X that out. We don't know if it's 5 because it's only 1 away from 6. So maybe it could be 5, but we don't know yet. What about 10? Well, 10 is too big. This pencil is not 10 cubes long. So I'm going to say that it's about 5 cubes long. Even though we said about 6, we can still say about 5 because that's only off by 1. All right? Now for this one, you do not have to do this. You don't have to draw an object that's 7 cubes long. So don't worry about this. And then for hot problem, let's read it. A book is 10 cubes long. A pencil is 3 cubes shorter than the book. How long is the pencil box? So the book is 10 cubes long, so we're going to underline it. A pencil box is 3 cubes shorter than the book. So the pencil is 3 cubes shorter than the book. How long is the pencil box? So you need to figure out how long is the pencil box. And I'll give you a hint. You are going to subtract. So you're going to subtract our two numbers to find out how long is the pencil box. Okay, my friends? All right, that's it for today. I hope you all have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay well, and we will get through this together, my friends. Bye.